to another episode of the Vendors Diaries. My name is Aniya and I'm your host. And today I have a bridal assistant with me, and her name is Blessing of the Good Events. We're going to be talking about the roles, and I feel like a lot of people do not understand the needs and the functions of a bridal assistant. And that's why we're having you here today, to help the audience understand better the necessity and the functions of bridal assistant. So do you think that what you do as a bridal assistant is something a chief bridesmaid can handle, or anybody at all in the bridal train?
No.
Why?
They cannot, because your chief bridesmaid is also your guest, and the kind of dress she's putting on, she can't even lift her hand to help you carry your dress or even give you water. But some of their clothes are so tight that they cannot even sit very well. Like they can't even sit properly, because at the time you want food, you want there's this time that, like the last event I had, the bride was like, oh, she actually sent me the message and I was like, honestly, I thought I don't need a bridal assistant. The message is still on my phone that I don't need a bridal assistant.
Can we put the message on the screen?
Yeah, you can. It's actually on my phone. It's still there. So. Blessing, you were really helpful. Even the chief bridesmaid was actually her sister. She was like, Blessing, thank you so much. I don't know you're this useful, because our dress was so tight that even for her to bend to pick something, she had to go all the way to pick it up and stop. But me, I was there, I was dressed smart, so even if you tell me catch the bride, I'm ready to catch her. So I've seen cases that the bride almost trip off, and I was very close to her, help her stand by, but the chief bridesmaid won't do that because of her hip. Right? I have, because when it comes to bridal assistant, I put my all in it. Like I give it 100. And so far, God has been so faithful, because it can be very stressful. I won't lie.
So I've noticed that a lot of bridal assistants are more pronounced these days. Like they are all standing by their roles, and it's a specialty people are beginning to like. There's a niche now that is growing, and people have started trying to create a niche as a bridal assistant, and I think it's really, really beautiful. Like it's really, really wonderful. So what do you think is the major reason why people need to contact you, Blessing, as a bridal assistant?
Okay. Why I say they need to contact me as a bridal assistant is because of how dedicated I am to the job. Like it goes that far that you can communicate with me with your eyes. Like the bride can be on the stage and you look at me. No, definitely when you're focused on someone, you will know when the person needs your attention.
Wait, what am I saying now?
No, not read your mind. Like when you want to talk to me.
Since I've been trying to tell you something, you're not.
No, when you need my attention, like it's not everybody that can come to the stage.
Okay, since you started and decided to niche down as a bridal assistant, how has it been for you, like getting clients? How did you really start? In those days, and when I just started as an event planner, bridal assistant it's always under the umbrella of the event planner. The event planner provides that service to the bride as as complimentary, something to we're trying to cater for you, and I'm giving you somebody to watch over you. How has it been, and
how did I start? Okay.
How's it been for you since you started?
Okay, funny enough, I've been into events for a very long time. I started as an usher and hostess. I started as an usher, so it was due to how commitment I was to the job. Planner started reaching out to me like, oh, you can actually do this. You can be a bridal assistant as well, because whenever there's an event, I'm mostly the one in charge of VIP, and they all know that yes, if this person is there, then certainly the VIP will go, they will be all fine and stuff. So that was when a bride planner reached out to me as a bridal assistant. From there, when I did the first bridal assistant, I fell in love with it. That's when I started doing bridal assistant, then I stopped doing the ushering jobs. Yeah, so since then I've been doing bridal assistant.
But how has it been for you, like trying to get clients? Do you get your clients from planner, or people? Can a client reach out to you directly, or they still need to go through a planner?
No, they can reach out to me directly, and they can also reach out through a planner, because most people already have their planner, especially people that want to go with a planner. Maybe you're trying to manage costs, you don't want to employ an event planner. I just like, okay, let me just get a bridal assistant.
Okay.
So most of the times I get from the planner. Yeah.
Okay. So what has been the most challenging experience you've ever had since you started working as a bridal assistant?
My challenging moment was not with a bride, actually. It was with a birthday celebrant. So I was like a personal assistant.
Okay.
So what happened was, after the event, after packing her stuff, they have what's it called? She have to change to different outfits. And I was the one in charge of the whole box, the whole outfit, put it in the changing room. So she had a lot of gifts. There was gifts, and the boss could not carry the whole gift. So after the event, I went to meet her, like, okay, where can I put your stuff? So she was like, and that she meet her husband, that the husband would tell me. Also, the husband assigned me to a driver to put the stuff inside the car. But when I got there and I saw the things inside the car, there was souvenirs and stuff they were taking back to the house. Like, I can't drop this gift because they were valuable gifts, like money. So I can't drop it. They might misplace it or think it's souvenir. You know how you package presents and stuff. So I was like, no, I'm not going to drop it. I'll just hold it and handle it over to her herself. So after the event, when they were going, because it was her husband that was driving she and her son back to the house, and I told her, I said, sir, look at what the celebrant gift. I was like, oh, okay, drop it inside the boot. That was their personal car. So the next day, she called me and was like, Blessing, I can't find my gift. So person gave me so thing. I can't find it. Where did you keep it? I was trying to listen. I was already crying because of what she was actually saying. I was trying to explain to her that, ma, this stuff is here. I put it inside the car that you and your husband said, man, it's not there or something. That was how she and her husband actually spoke to me. That was how they ended the call, and they went and checked. Probably somebody from their house took it from the car. She had to call back. I was like, Blessing, I'm so sorry. We've seen, like, I was crying. She was like, Blessing, can you come to the house? I am so sorry. And that was my worst experience. That was my worst experience.
At that point, are you feeling like you're never going to do the job of a bridal assistant again?
No.
You didn't cry very well.
No, I didn't feel that way.
You just knew that this will pass.
Yeah, I just knew that will pass. I didn't feel that way at all.
Okay. So how do you handle like last minute changes or expected issues on the wedding day? Because you know how events can be. It's so very, very unpredictable. There are a lot of things that just happen, things you're not planning for, things. And sometimes you might even be working with some brides who really don't even care. Like, they really do not need so much assistance. People that even need assistance might be one friend that came from diaspora or one, and then you find out that, has it ever happened? How do you handle unexpected, challenges?
No, I've not had that, but I've seen a case whereby the bride's friend will also want me to, oh, please, can you help me pick this because of our dress? Please, can you help me with it? Can you? And so far, I just do it, especially maybe I say that I am free, like I don't have anything at the moment to do for the bride. I can just quickly help you with your dress, help you wear your shoe, and so far that's
because your priority is on the bride.
Exactly. Yeah, my priority is on the bride. So when I'm free to do it, I just help you do it.
Which vendor do you think makes you do your job well the most?
The makeup artist.
Oh,
yeah.
True.
The makeup artist, yeah, because everything is in her hand. The prepping of the bride, if she can do that on time, then definitely, because it's when she's done, the photographer or videographer can now take over. So the makeup artist.
Makeup artist. So what vendor stresses you the most?
You want them to drag me? No.
Why is it? Who is going to drag her? Why are you dragging her?
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to mention the person's name, please.
I'm not saying a name. I'm looking about vendor. For me now as a planner, if you're asking me what vendor stresses me the most, while I'm trying to plan an event or while I'm trying to job, I already know. Like, this set of people who will fight, by the end of the day, we're always happy with each other. So I already know. Okay. Do you understand? So I'm just asking, like, what vendor
stresses me the most.
Yes, as a bridal assistant. A photographer.
And the videographer.
Because they used to come late.
Not even late, like when you're telling them it's time for us to go, no mommy, there's one style, Brian, please do like this, do like, and you're looking at the time
And
now,
the planner
okay,
is calling you.
yeah, you're supposed to leave there by 11 or 11:30, and it's already, definitely if you're to be at the venue by 12, you can't leave there by 12, and that's when they'll start telling you, please, one more style, one more page. So the photographers and videographers,
They're photographers and videographers. Stop stressing bridal assistants. Allow them to get their jobs. Okay, so what has been like the peak experience? Is it something you think you still want to be doing like for a very long time?
yes.
So what's the future of bridal assistants in the event industry?
Okay, so I see it as something that will really go far, because now there are awareness for brides to know how important bridal assistance is. So
sure.
I believe people now want it. Like, people now reach out to you. Before, people see it as like an house girl kind of thing. Like, oh, are you like that day you're just like an house girl, but people now have better idea and they now know how important it is. So I'm saying it as something that will really, really go far. Like, this year alone, it has done something else.
Yes.
That's done something else this year. So let's give it 3 years from now.
Probably is a lot.
We'll be dragging with the planner. No, probably we'll be dragging with the planner.
Why do you think you can drag with Please let us know so that we can prove. What do you mean?
No, I'm just...
You're threatening my existence.
No. Planner and bridal coordinator is like this.
I think a bridal assistant is important because I feel like there are some brides that can actually take care of themselves, like they can handle themselves. So why do you think bridal assistant is important?
Most brides feel they don't need bridal assistant, not until they actually. So I've seen a scenario that happened that the bride was actually crying. Why? Because our friends disappoint her.
Oh, that story.
That was what, like,
That story.
I had to start talking to her. The girls were just all about themselves. And you won't blame them because most of them have to travel all the way down for your wedding. So they have their own expectation, like, I want to enjoy everything. I want to do this. I want to have fun. Oh, I want you to be in charge of this. Please, I want you to be in charge of me. Like, they forget that because they are also looking at.
So it is important. Any bride that is serious must have a
the bridal assistant is there to watch over you. It's just like having a bodyguard. A bodyguard is there for you, like not minding who is there or who is at the other side. The bridal assistant is there just for. So imagine when somebody's job is just for you, like there's nothing else.
Can you fight?
I can't if it comes to that.
I mean, in a situation where you have to like maybe protect the bride from something. Anyways, the groom is always there.
Yeah.
But there's something I'm also curious about. You know, the name is called bridal assistant. So do you think your job is only narrowed down to weddings and brides alone, or there are other parts of events where the services of a bridal assistant can actually be contracted, but it's not like you're catering to a bride or you're taking care of a bride?
Yes.
So what kind of
you can work as a personal assistant.
Okay.
Like
what kind of events?
Any kind of event, because let me say a funeral, like a burial, maybe your mom or something. That at that moment, a lot of people are trying to reach out to you. You're trying to, so you still need somebody to look out for you, to help you get something, or even because after every event, the bridal assistant makes sure you get your take home, your food and everything. So it's still the job of the bridal assistant to meet all the caterer. Please, something for the bride. You need to pack something for the bride. So she ensures that everything they serve in the event, you have them to take home.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do that in any event, any gathering at all, birthday.
So whatever it is,
yes.
Go boy.
Yes.
I'm not Yoruba boy. I hope go boy means it. What does it mean?
Everything, like whatever you're doing at all, you need somebody. So just the word bridal assistant, like you're focused on the bride. So it can be a birthday. So you can be a personal assistant. I've seen a bride that actually told me, listen, you do personal assistant because you're so good at this.
And truly,
yeah, because it's the same thing.
Your personal assistant is booking whatever you want to do, checking out your day. Was same thing bridal assistant. 3 days before event, you're already reaching out to the vendors. You're reaching out to the, what's it called, the makeup artist video. You don't need to start calling. Where's the videographer? The videographer already know they can only communicate with you. Then me, I communicate with her. So that alone covers everything.
So if you're going to like highlight like five of your roles, like say you want to highlight 5 roles of a bridal assistant, what would it be?
5 rows of the prep. Okay. The timeline of the event, the prepping address have to be on point. If there's need to iron, you iron them, accessories, and of course the food.
So a bridal assistant can be used at any gathering.
Yes.
I know bridal assistants come through in birthdays. I never thought about funerals, and that makes sense. Okay, so chief bridesmaid versus bridal assistant. Let's say there's a need to remove one. Let's say in this situation we need to remove one. One has to go. Which one should go?
That's a really difficult one.
So which one should go? Let's say, because we want to give people options, right? We want people to have options. Let's say we need to take one out. Which one should go?
They can work together, because honestly both of them are important. The chief bridesmaid is like your best friend now. Somebody
bridal assistant cannot be your best friend.
being with you, but the chief bridal assistant is just coming in maybe that day, you're meeting each other that day, or probably during the
so no one can replace the other one.
Honestly, no, both of them are important, but the bridal assistant is just important because she'll really help you out. So your chief bridesmaid will just be there like for you, maybe talk to you, to chat or something. But when it comes to the actual job, like they think, chief bridesmaid job was help you with your dress. That was there. Like, in fact, chief bridesmaid then don't used to dress too much compared to now.
Hey,
Chief bridesmaid don't dress because in their head, like, I'm going to work for my friend. It's no longer like that. They're also coming there to enjoy the event, take pictures, post on their page.
And probably get a man.
Yes. So the both jobs are just different. Both jobs are just different.
So no one should replace the other.
No,
Both can work together.
Yeah, both can work together.
So one word to other bridal assistants. If you're going to give one advice to other bridal assistants, what will you pick? Speak to the camera.
Okay. So one advice I'll give bridal assistant is to be vigilant. Yeah, why use that word vigilant? You need to be very careful. In as much as you are the bridal assistant, you're also the one in charge of everything there when it comes to accessories, people coming in, people going out. If you're not vigilant, they might end up accusing you of something. So you need to be very careful while doing the job, and that's why I use the word vigilant. It's more of like a security personnel, like, there are lots that can go wrong if you're not careful. She can start looking for accessories. They won't owe anybody apart from the bridal assistant. It's the bridal assistant that will owe because you are the one there. I can't find it. So you need to be careful and be accountable, like, okay, if this person is looking for this is where it is. If photographers are carrying this, your eyes is on it. Because most of these brides wear diamond. I've seen a bride that wear gold.
Yes, and you're not clean up that part. Some people can get wrong.
Yeah, so you need to be very careful not to misplace anything. She will give you her phone. So you cannot be carried away. She will now ask you, where is my phone? You'll be like, I can't find it. So I would advise bridal assistant to be very vigilant and very careful while doing the job.
Thank you so much. I've asked you for advice. You refuse to give me advice. So I don't know. The next person I'm going to bring on this show, the next I'm going to bring on this series. If you know you're not going to give me one word for an event planner, something an event planner should stop doing, or something an event planner should not do. If I invite you, don't come. Because I don't understand what everybody is. We want to learn. Because I don't think there's anybody. One of the essence of this series entirely is so that we're all learning from each other. There's a lot that goes on in the event industry, and nobody grows in isolation, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody's supposed to be in isolation. We're supposed to all learn from each other, from your experiences, from my experiences. We're all talking about the event industry. How do we move from here? Because the event industry is evolving. There's a lot of things that is changing, and there's a lot that people do not even know is going on. Do you know that some vendors have never had a bad experience in this event industry? They've never had a bad experience. So when it happens, they don't know how to react, they don't know how to. And there are some vendors that have never had a good experience, they've never had experience with good clients. So this is what we are here to do for each other. So please do not hold back. Do not hold back.